Imagine an empire so vast that it spends $2,500 a month just on rubber bands to hold stacks of cash. This was the reality of Pablo Escobar's criminal empire. Born into poverty in Colombia, Escobar's journey into the world of crime started with petty thefts. However, it wasn't long before he found a more lucrative venture: drug trafficking. As he navigated through the underworld, his ambitions grew, culminating in the formation of the infamous Medellin cartel. This was no ordinary criminal gang. It was an empire, its power reaching beyond Colombia, its influence felt across continents. In no time, it rose to a prominence that was both terrifying and awe-inspiring. His empire was built on fear, violence, and an endless stream of illicit money. Pablo Escobar was not just a man, but a symbol of an era marked by violence, power, and unimaginable wealth. Escobar's reign wasn't just about money and power. It was also marked by a wave of terror that swept across Colombia. Under Escobar's orders, a series of heinous criminal activities unspooled across the nation. Bombings became a part of daily life, with public buildings, offices, and even private homes targeted. Assassinations were carried out with chilling precision, claiming the lives of politicians, judges, and police officers who dared to oppose the Medellin cartel. Escobar's most audacious move, perhaps, was declaring an all-out war against the Colombian government. This wasn't a metaphorical war. It was a literal bloody battle that raged in the streets of many cities. It seemed as though no one and nothing was safe from the reach of the Medellin cartel. The Colombian public lived in a constant state of fear and chaos. The mere whisper of Escobar's name was enough to send shivers down the spine. Mothers feared for their children, business owners for their livelihoods. The nation was held hostage by one man's ruthless pursuit of power. But it wasn't just the physical damage that was devastating. The psychological impact of Escobar's reign of terror was profound. Trust was eroded, communities were torn apart, and a collective trauma was etched into the nation's psyche. Escobar's reign of terror had a profound and lasting impact on Colombia, a nation that would take years to recover from his actions. Like all empires built on blood and violence, Escobar's too had to fall. The once untouchable kingpin was now the target of an intense manhunt, a relentless pursuit led by the Colombian authorities with the backing of U.S. support. Driven by a shared goal, they were united in their desire to bring Escobar to justice, to dismantle his empire of terror piece by piece. But it wasn't just law enforcement that was closing in. A vigilante group known as Los Pepes also declared war on Escobar. This shadowy group, comprised of Escobar's rivals and victims, were hell-bent on revenge. Their brutal campaign further weakened Escobar's already crumbling empire, cutting off his resources and taking out his loyalists. And then, in December of 1993, it all came to a head. The man who had once seemed invincible, the man who had built a criminal empire on fear and violence, found himself cornered on a Medellin rooftop. In a hail of bullets, Escobar met his end, his reign of terror finally brought to a close. Even in his downfall, the legacy of Pablo Escobar continues to echo through the annals of history. His story, a chilling tale of power and violence, serves as a stark reminder of the rise and fall that can occur in the blink of an eye. In death as in life, Pablo Escobar left a mark on the world, a chilling example of how power and violence can rise and fall in the blink of an eye.